moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Justice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear gaming monitor.
All right, everybody, welcome to the WD Black, the Esports Club Rainbow Six Siege League, powered by LG Ultragear in association with at Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games the Shop. I'm Foxtrot, and joining me is Baba Gusta, and we are here bringing to you the season 2 of this amazing league. We've had such an amazing run in season 1, and we are here witnessing the match day 1 of the season 2 qualifiers. And I'm joined with Baba Gusta. So, Baba, how do you feel about today?
Well, I am feeling really good here. Foxy is known for the fact that all of these players have a fresh new beginning in their season 2. So there is a huge possibility where we might see good amount of players coming in all of those 3 divisions. So I'm quite excited to see who will be that one fresh player who's going to head in and maybe take out the brand new stars. And yeah, we'll see how it's going to work out.
Indeed, because one thing, let me just catch on with everybody who's joining us right now is surely I'm gonna talk about the match you're all waiting for. I know. I'm not gonna take the name yet. Let me just get you up and running with the pacing on how the tournament's been so far. We had 25 teams participate in 3 different divisions after we had a season 1 qualifiers that recorded an attendance of 92 teams. I don't think any other league has pulled that out so far. I mean, thanks to the whole R6 community from my end, as well as the admins that are working on the back end of this tournament. Meanwhile, coming back to what I was saying, we had 3 divisions where each division had 8 teams, and the third one had 9 teams. But at the end of season 1, we have relegations and promotions. The top 3 from Division 2 get promoted to Division 1, while the bottom 3 from Division 1 get relegated to Division 2. Same fashion, it works for Division 3 and Division 2 as well. But since Division 3 is the pretty much rock bottom in how we ensemble these divisions, the last 4 teams that rank out on ninth, 8th, 7th, and 6th spots respectively get relegated out of the league, and they have to make their way back from the qualifiers that is in season 2, and that is exactly what we're witnessing now. But the twist here is that the qualifiers for season 2 and for every season that the Esports Club League will be bringing out from this time onwards, and pretty much every time, is it's going to be an open qualifier. That means any team can participate. And speaking of any team participating, today's first match is going to be Z-Rush versus Team Nat. And oh boy, I waited so long to get this one syllable, get this one word out of my mouth in such a long career of my casting. Z-Rush is back, boys. Yes, you heard that right. Z-Rush is going to be playing on Coastline against Team Nat, and we've already got the lobby. As we do see, there's some issues on the side of Nat, so we're going to give them a little bit of time to get them back in the lobby. But meanwhile, the matter in hand, I want to know everybody who's here for Z-Rush and everybody who's here for Team Nat. I want to know what kind of fanship and how many people are here supporting their favorite teams, because mind you, Nat is something you cannot take lightly. I just had a little bit of a friendly conversation in the lobby with them, and they look pretty, they look poised to take this one as well. Another thing, Z-Rush, they've been rusty. This is what? Their comeback after 3 years? I don't know, man. Anything can happen at this point. Babam, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, since you said that Z-Rush has been back after 3 years of not playing Rainbow Six, I wouldn't like to predict that much, but I would definitely say since season 2 is just he just put the the players just put the bar on the high stakes, and I'm really clueless on what's going to happen here. So it's going to be one hell of a match here, Foxy, and that too it is Nat versus ZBrush. These players have been well grinded.
Hold on. It's not Z-Rush, Baba. It's Z-Rush.
Wait, I did said ZBrush, right?
It's Z-Rush. It's like the
Oh my
Ash means rushing, Z
All right.
and rush. Like the, yeah.
I just got tongue twisted. My bad. So, anyways, Z-Rush. All right. I'm really so excited. Like, just you were saying about how well these guys have been performing and how rusty that their plays have been since for the past 3 years. Coming back in, they have a higher chances of winning here, and that too going up against Nash is going to be a very good challenge, as that map is the map that they're going to go up against is going to be on Coastline, which is very well much picked on the Indian subcontinent, and I'm pretty much excited to see how well it's going to go on though. Because on a map like Coastline, obviously it's all about how the fraggers play their rollout. You don't need to have that much of hard breaches. I would say you would require like a capita to smoke it out, or a gridlock to watch their flank line. So only focusing on towards the fraggers out here, it is going to be very interesting. We've seen good amount of clutches as well as aces being made on this specific map, so I am really excited to see how well it's going to go on.
Indeed. I'm going to have to say yes to everything that you said, because we're going to Coastline. It's an attacker-sided map. We want to see how these teams pan out, because Team Nat is going to be starting off on attack, and excuse me, their maximum, I would say, focus is going to be getting maximum rounds on board as they start off on 6 rounds straight up, consecutively attacking. Coming back to how Nat is going to perform here, let's take a quick look at the roster as well. Dresh, Ronnie, Desi, Gangster, and Dexter from Nat. Team Nat, that is gonna have to be honest here. Haven't heard of them. Maybe with this match, they might mark their place in my mind. Z-Rush, meanwhile, we've got Cyber, Area Dust, Blankies, Shakti, and Kanda. I don't think these names need an introduction, but it's my job to do that, and I'm gonna do that in the right way. Coming back to the match in hand, obviously Coastline, we're gonna start off. We've been seeing quite a lot of Coastline. We saw Mercenaries fight of Instant Esports on that. We saw Mercenaries fight of Shining Heroes on that. And this is all I'm talking about. The teams from Division 3 that only got promoted to Division 2, obviously. But then again, we had a really amazing season of having so many teams from Division 3 that gave an amazing fight. But there's got to be some upsets at some point. We did have 4 relegations as well. And that is exactly the spots that we're looking to fill from these qualifiers. And mind you, we've had 58 teams in Season 2 bring out themselves to compete at this level and make their way through Division 3. So one might be like, all right, maybe Zero does not deserve to be in Division 3. Then they go through qualifiers, they get into Division 3. Then how does that work? I mean, it's just something that I cannot understand. Let me tell you guys. So the way the league works is, if you do not participate on the first qualifiers, you still have every single season to participate yourselves in. But you've got to make that climb, man. I mean, it's all about the grind. You come to Division 3, you stay there, you make sure you're in the top 3, get promoted to Division 2. And if you want more, if you are in that, I would say a little bit of a greed, a little bit of a lust there for being the top team in this region and go to Division 1 and top that leaderboard, then you want to make sure you stay on top of Division 2 as well in your respective season. That is, we did see Phoenix, Reckoning Esports and Vector Sports promote themselves from Division 2 to Division 1. And now Division 1 is having teams already topping the leaderboard. That is Quantum G1. Then we've got Kira Esports. After that, Level 0 Esports and Union Gaming. So those are going to be joined by Phoenix, Vector Sports and Reckoning, just like I said. Now Division 1 is the best of the best out there. And that is exactly what we love to see. But coming back to the teams that we have in hand here, Zero versus Nat. Well, let me just run you down the stream schedule that we'll be having for today. Zero versus Nat right now that you'll be witnessing in just a moment. Players just having a little bit of a Uplay difficulty. Please don't mind me. As after that, we'll be having, excuse me, looks like my throat is already telling me, Foxy, don't get overexcited. You're going to need me for the rest of the day. All right,
Well, do
throat.
you want me to use the energy, Foxy?
Oh, we need all the energy we need.
I mean, I would actually love to do this intro. It's like I've been in this cage for such a long damn time, and I just want to release it out, Foxy. So, viewers who are watching this stream, without further ado, let's get ready to rumble.
That is right, Baba. We are into the match. Team Nat versus Zerush. It has begun. It is now, and this is indeed the match day one of the play day one of the qualifiers for Season 2. And I'm just gonna give a shout out to everybody, my backend brothers out there. What an amazing Season 1 we've had, and we are not wasting any more time to get ourselves started with Season 2. And match 1 is live. First ban is gonna come out from Zero. They'll be starting off for defense, and obviously I'm gonna give you guys a rundown once again on how these rosters look, how they've been playing. But meanwhile, focusing on the bans, Zero is gonna take out Ying. Ying has been that amazing meta-influencing operator. They're gonna take her out because Nat is gonna be starting off an attack. You wanna make sure that you don't take out the only I don't know, the meta saturation, the way this game has been playing out recently, it's been a little off, to be very honest. We have even seen the Buck rips out a nade only to find out he has a stun in his hand, and it just hurts. God. It just hurts me deep in the meow somewhere there. I don't know, man. It's just sad to see Buck without nades.
I mean, I even still remember the players who've been maining Buck for such a long damn time, who's going to sit in the corner and start crying because he doesn't have a frag grenade. Anyways, we'll see the second ban from Nat as they are going to be banning Blackbeard. I would say he's really good at holding angles though, but Ying and Blackbeard out of the picture, I would say on the defender's side, it will be the simple and one of the most 100% ban race of them all, an Echo, Valk, or a Mira. I would say Mira would be not that much picked since this is Coastlands. I would say Valk and an Echo would be a viable ban onto us on the defense, as Nat will be there to ban Valk out. Just to keep a reminder though, in Coastline, it's not always about the hard breaching stuff. It's all about how you execute on the side with your fragging operators, even though the maps do favor in the hands of the attackers, as there, as I say it, two defenders, 100% ban rate of Echo and Valkyrie. With that, we'll be ending the ban phase as we progress on towards our first round. I would say on the first round of defense, Zerush will definitely go for a sight hold on towards on hookah and pool.
No, with that being said, we'll take once again a quick look at the rosters now that you've got those names on the board. Drish, Ronnie, Gangster, Desi, and Dexter on the side of Team Nat. While we have Cyber, Area, Dust, Blanky, Shakti, and Kanda. I have waited very long to call these names out of my mouth while I'm casting a match. And here I am, mission successful. We'll be seeing Blanky go for a 6-pick from the Clash onto the Maestro. Very understandable, I get it. Okay, you don't really want to employ in the Clash much if you don't have denial, and as we can see, Z-Rush is not running any denial except for the Maestro now that we just saw them pick. So it only makes sense. You want to make sure you keep your denial in your pocket, because the way Z-Rush is looking to play this, I think it's going to be more of a frag fest from Cyber and Shakti. That is how they've been playing so far on this game, man. I mean, it's just these players, that's how they like to play. But Nat, they've been amazing as well. As I'm gonna have to be honest, Nat, I really haven't seen any of these players here participate anywhere else before, in and around the community. Just no noise being made from them. But when I look at their ranks, they happen to be in the high tier somewhere there. So I don't know how these players have been off my radar for some reason. But we're here now, and we are up and running as we are into the action phase, and things are only getting more and more exciting. Shakti already breaking out the barricade. He's gonna go for a spawn peek, not to find anybody, only to get detected. He's gonna come outside, but Kanda is gonna drop Dexter, and this is exactly what I'm saying. Z-Rush, bring the guns alive on their side. They're gonna get a kill for themselves. That is Dexter out of the way. Zofia is gonna get taken out. Ronnie is still here with the Hibana, while we see Drish making a quick way into Aquarium. Oh, that's a very quick take on the side without any drone work for himself, and this could just turn out in his disadvantage if he does not drone this well. I'll still be seeing Desi hold on the side of the VIP. He's still on the skylight. He's stationed down, all in his advantage. Nothing that he's got to worry about, obviously, unless there's a counter peek coming in. Area Dust is going to be holding down on towards the bottom of the blue stairs, but does he know there's a sledge creeping up on him? No, he doesn't, and he'll get taken out. And a lovely quick peek from Drish is going to take him out. And man, it's just amazing to call these new names out from the side of Nat here. I really haven't gotten a chance to cast these players, and it just feels good. We're getting to see this. Blanky is still going to be holding this, while we see Cyber, that is on the Jaeger, is going to be making his way on towards the security area, not to find anybody, but a very spread out attack indeed that we're getting to see from. Oh, come on, shoot! He does. Gangster is gonna find one and Ronnie onto another, and suddenly Z-Rush start to crumble against the attacking team, and amazing crossfire that they've set for themselves. Blanky and Cyber is all that is left for the side of Z-Rush to clutch this out. And a 2 versus 4. We do see Gangster and a little bit of a low HP, but will she survive the Aldo that we are seeing Blanky run into the kitchen area? And looks like the kitchen plant is what they're going for. Aldo, the reader's got to complete. Blanky, are you really wanting to do this? No, he's going to get taken out. Blanky, what are you doing, my man? Not even ADS, and that is it. Nat takes out round 1. Despite that early aggression coming in from Z-Rush, it's not going to matter for them, because they know how to bring the scoreboard alive for themselves, and they will do exactly that. What a play from Nat. Perfectly countering what Z-Rush does, and like I said, the maximum priority for Nat is going to be putting maximum rounds on attack on board. This is our attacker favored map. You don't want to give away that advantage on towards defenders. Baba, over to you.
Well, with that, we are seeing I would say Nat, who will be picking a 1-point lead, especially on towards on attack, as the defenders will decide to stay on the side of hookah and billiards rounds. Obviously, once if you do fail in kitchen, changing the side would be a viable option, as we see a 6th pick as Cyber is going to change from Frost to Bandit. A quite good round coming, as I say, from the defenders who did also perfectly well on towards being aggressive, but it didn't quite work out, because Nat did quite well onto countering that aggressiveness and turned that whole thing around. And with that, we'll be seeing Dust, who's going to be playing as Smoke, which in fact is quite an important operator, though. If you are holding a site on towards on the full side, he can be able to use his smoke canisters to block the guy who's going to be planting the diffuser on towards the default on the billiards room, which is very important. Meanwhile, we still have two roamers, Blanky and Kanda, who's going to be playing as Jaeger and Mozzie. And with Shakti, obviously, I would see for the fact that Shakti will be playing either a shallow roam, just to make sure that he won't be holding at the side, but he would be at least around on the blue bar, just to make sure that if there is an attacker who is rappelling right from the window, he could be able to take the attackers out here. Onwards on the action phase, we see all of the attackers of Nat who are going to take their places on, two from the roof, one I would say from the normal side, as Bandit is going to be the one holding on Kitchen. Meanwhile, we see Blanky on towards the early frag, taking out Ronnie right from the hookah balcony. Quite an important one though, because that's one hard breacher down. Meanwhile, we see Drish making an inverted rappel right from the aquarium, just to find at least one or two operators, just to, you know, take them out by surprise, who were, you know, rotating right from the hookah rotation. And we see Shakti going for a challenger. Will he be able to find one? Connections being made, but doesn't, however, get that good amount of damage here, as Drish doesn't get anything. Meanwhile, we see him taking out all of those utilities of the barbed wires, droning it out just to make sure that the defenders won't be having good amount of intel just to counter all of this. You see, oh my god, looks like Kanda will be there to take out Desh, another one of those fraggers down right from the VIP balcony. And things are not looking quite well for Nat, but still for Team Nat, they still have a little bit of choices here, as both of these players have a little bit tagged. We see Drish throwing up a nade just to make sure to take out one person right from the billiards room, but eventually won't find anyone here. Meanwhile, we see Crossfire being established there from Dexter and Drish. Drish goes on for the aggressive. Will he be able to find one? No, he doesn't, because Legion is there from the hookah lounge, providing cover from the smoke here. And with Gangster and Dexter, the only two operators remaining on towards on Nat, Shakti will immediately take it out with Gangster, the only operator one. Make it a 0, boys, because it's a flawless win from Z-Rush, as they will win the first defense on towards on hookah.
It looks like hookah is the side that they wanted to go to and they want to rely on. I only understand that. All right, I understand it's been one of the sides that have maximum win rate, and you want to go there. I mean, you did start up a little rusty, but you finally got your little sweet spot against Team Nat. And mind you, everybody, this is the qualifiers. That means this is a single elimination. Whoever loses this gets to go home, and they've got to re-attempt their entry into the league and the next season qualifiers again. So the stakes are very high at this point. Both these teams have got to make sure they perform if they want a secure spot for themselves into the league on Division 3. We're seeing Dexter go for a 6-pick from the Capita onto the Zofia. We did see Dexter implying on the Zofia quite a lot. Did get one spawn peak in the first round there, but let us see if that is going to be the case. Once again, we will still be seeing Cyber run the dock. That is, I can only understand the emphasis that we are getting to see from Z-Rush on the side of dock. That's because everybody's a fragger. Oh, wait. All right.
Okay. That's quite interesting.
I've seen a similar strat come out, but I think it's a little... okay. All right, sure.
I mean, there used
it's
to be
not
one
bad.
dialogue which
Yeah.
says, it's not that bad, but there is one dialogue which I would like to see. It comes with to see or not to see. That is the question.
Oh, he's gonna disconnect.
Yeah, he is going to show it out though. We're definitely waiting for that.
Apparently, not to see is the answer for that, because we'll be seeing Shakti disconnect as soon as he places down his Mira charges, and I think that is exactly why he chose Mira. He's like, all right, guys, you know what? I think I'm going to disconnect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place down my black mirrors, so at least you can use me even if I'm not there. So Shakti with a really whole Mira strat, I'm going to have to say that takes me way back to this meta days where that placement actually used to work. I don't think that is going to matter now, because teams have, they've understood that you've got to go on to the top floor, do some soft freeze, take out those Mira, OS playing on the rotation side. Let's see if Nat is going to do that. They've got enough soft breach potential, mind you. There's a Sledge, there's an Ash, there's a Sophia. I don't even need to mention if only Ronnie and Gangster, both of them are running breach charges. I'm not sure. Let me have a look. 1 second. They'll be running the stuns and the claymores. All right. Meanwhile, Kanda is going to pick up a kill for himself, neutralizing the man count on 4-4 now. Daisy gets taken. That's the Ash. That's 2 less Ash charges that you've got for yourselves. Still be seeing Kanda hold on all by lonesome onto the top floor. Let's see if we can find the skill onto the Hibana. Ronnie's going to be waiting for him to make any mistakes, but looks like Kanda is not choosing to make any of those. Gangster still stationed outside. Meanwhile, Kanda does get found out by Drish, not the Hibana. Really good use of utility there as bring up the Sledge out on the front. And we'll be seeing the hatch being opened up. Sledge going for the soft reach anytime now. And it's exactly what I speak about it. He's going to take out the mute jammer as well. No C4 being put to play as Blanky is going to get a kill for himself. C4 comes out, but that's the wrong spot. Area Dust. You're not going to connect on anybody over there. As we still see Sledge doing his duty on the top floor. C4 does go out, but like I said, it's not going to connect to anybody. And Area Dust is going to have to maneuver himself back to the bathroom. Cyber still holding this long angle where Blanky is playing, alright. I will be going for a rehost after this round. And we still have a 3 versus 3 established for ourselves. Dexter is going to be solo on HP. Not exactly sure where he's getting this HP off of from. As I confirm the rehost request being made from the side of Z-Rush, we are proceeding into the 50 seconds of this round. Cyber could heal Blanky up anytime, but alright, Area Dust is going to be peeking this aggressively while not sure where are the attackers. It's such a slow attack. You've only got 40 seconds left, guys. You've got to make something happen, some plays, some bodies to be dropped for yourselves, but still busy doing the top floor reconstruction. I only understand you want to be doing that. Dexter is going to be making his way to service entrance, finally establishing his presence being felt from the side of the defense as well, as we do see Blanky still holding on towards the side of Cool Vibes. That is going to be on the bottom, of course, but the Mira window is what is going to be changing and shifting tides, if I may say, for the side of the defense. You see the maneuver coming back from number. Blanky's going to pick up a kill. Can he get another? He's going to get the down. Does he get the third one? That is going to be the last one as well. Only 1 HP left on Dexter, excuse me, and nothing he can do. And Z-Rush are going to walk away with another round for themselves as we go for a rehost. What a round, man. What a round indeed. Anyways, we'll be taking a quick rehost, guys. Don't go anywhere. It's just some settings that we got to move around here and there as we will be resuming from a 2-1 scoreline with Z-Rush in the lead. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back. I'm Foxtrot once again. Yep, I am back. And joining me is Baba Gusta. Baba, how do you think the match has been faring so far? As we do see Zero taking that one rod advantage. It's not going to be much, but it is still something. So, the way this is supposed to be played out is we need to see Nat bringing down their guns alive and having a little bit of a faster attack because so far they've been stagnant on their attack pushes, man. They've been wasting so much time on the top floor, just not establishing enough map control for themselves, and that is making all the while more difficult for them to make that push in towards the end happen. They had zero information on how the side setups looks like. The Mira, surely I do think that did put them on the back foot there. Baba, what are your thoughts so far? Zero, excuse me. 2-1 against Nat while they still start up on defense and coastline. How do you think this match is going to fare? Will we see overtime or will we see either of these teams take out a rather fair, marginally different victory against each other? What are your thoughts?
It can definitely go for an overtime because since just like as you said, Foxy, all Nat needs to do is they need to be very fast on executing on the site. Like they even did took out the guys who were roaming, especially I would say Blanky, who was playing as Jaeger, in which they did did not quite get the kill off pretty quite fast due to the fact that on the third round eventually there was one early kill from Zirash which gave the defenders an opportunity to just calm down, think about for a minute, and then re-strategize on how to make up for it. The Zirash strategies when it comes to roaming is quite excellent though, and it is quite countering how Nat is trying to push with the roamers, which is eventually wasting a lot of time in which what the defenders main goal is to be. If Nat takes out the roamers who are obviously who is deep roaming, Nat will eventually get the win out. So I'm quite, I would say, keeping my hopes up for Nat so that they could be able to take out the roamers and eventually get a hold control on the site. Also, we need to remember that since this is the fourth round, I have a higher guess that they are going to pick Hukabar. Not I would say Hukabar. I would say
Mm-hmm.
wait. Is it Hukabar? Because every third round we would be able to get. Is this sites going to be unlocked after 3 rounds or is it after 6 round? I'm just quite confused here, Foxy. Is it third round or is it 6th round? Is the site is going to get unlocked? Maybe I guess it's the third round. I guess maybe yeah. Yeah. What I was saying is for Zira, since they win 2 times on kitchen, they will be having yet another chance to defend on kitchen yet again. So on the fourth round, we may be able to see Zirash defending yet again on kitchen, but this time I hope they're not going to be able to use Mira because since you said Zirash has been playing way back in the days, they just came back after 3 years, and just like you said, Foxy, like those kinds of strats we've been seeing that for quite a long time. We've not been able to see in those kinds of plays since for the past 3 years, and I would I would definitely see for the fact that if Zirash have
So, Baba,
polished
let me
their
ask you this.
playstyles.
Let me ask you this. Are you
Uh-huh.
aware that Aniket was a core member of Zirash?
No, I haven't. This is quite actually news
Mhm.
for me, Foxy.
Right.
Wow.
So Aniket goes way back in the history of how Zero is played out, and in fact, to this day, to this particular day, right now, in fact, I can even put out a screenshot if you want me to. My phone number that I've saved for Aniket still reads Zrush main because when I contacted Zrush, I got his number for another LAN that I was hosting, and since that day, I've still had Aniket's number saved as Zrush, but it's very sad to see it's not the core members of Zrush playing here. Obviously, I'm sure everybody in the chat who knows this team also must have their own opinions and thoughts about how this has been played out, on how the roster has been changed over and over again. And Aniket finally finding himself an amazing team that is Kira Esports. Surely going to be there as we'll see more of that in the side of the Division 1 matches. But with the match in hand, that is Nat versus Leader, we're still waiting on somebody from Nat to come out, as apparently they're having a little bit of they're having a little bit of all right, they're having internet issues sadly and power cuts, and we totally understand that as admins, and it's only understandable because we all know what everybody's going down through in this lockdown. It's been sad, guys. I know, we know. And just stay at your homes, maintain social distancing. Don't go out if you don't have to. Make sure you're washing your hands time and again, and just stay safe, guys. Enjoy the siege content that we're bringing to you, and it's just non-stop siege action that you're getting to see here. So, Baba, how do
Yeah.
you think? How do you think? Have you heard about Nat? I want to ask you this. I really haven't heard about any
I
single
mean, to be
player so
quite
far.
frank with you, Foxy, I am quite new with Nat because
Right.
I haven't heard any news about them. Like I've heard a lot of Club G1, Vector Sports, Level Zero Esports, Sun Asia Esports, in which it was Battery Esports from before. Now it's Sun Asia Esports. I've never heard of Nat though.
All right. In fact, I myself, neither of these players ring a bell for me. Rish, Desi, Gangster, Ronnie. Uh, Obviously, I don't mean any disrespect, Nat. None at all. I'm just wondering that players with your potential have not been on the radar for some reason in the competitive scene. Where the hell have you been, guys? the,
Yeah, true.
the league needs you. The league needs players like this. The Rainbow Six Siege competitive scene needs players like this. So I don't know, man. I don't really think they've been amazing players. They've been flying under the radar for a while, but finally they're here. I mean, better late than never, right? So
True.
and it's good to see them as well. Apparently, we're getting a little few insights from my very good friend and a very good streamer for our community as well. That is Bablu. He says that Nat is apparently consisting of OG players from the scene. All right. So apparently, the OGs versus the OGs is going to be today's stream title, as we will be proceeding very soon, guys. My apologies for making you guys wait for so long. It's just these issues that come out in the very end. There's some internet disconnections. There's some power routing issues, and it's just something that we cannot avoid, and we totally understand that it's a bad situation for everybody. Everybody's in a lockdown, but that is not going to stop us from bringing you non-stop siege action right here at the WD Black, the Esports Club Rainbow Six Siege League, powered by LG Ultragear in association with Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games the Shop. So, coming back to what we were talking about, Coastline has been that one map that we've seen so many people play again and again in the community. It's been the pick rate of Coastline. In fact, I'm very surprised. So I think it was with you, Baba. We were casting this particular online tournament. I do not exactly remember.
Yeah, true, Foxy, because the number of matches that we've casted on was either Coastline or Border, and my god, it was like we were like repeating the same matches over and over again, yet the players who were performing this were so damn extraordinary, Foxy. And like I still remember those wonderful plays from Jora where he uses, he throws a nade from the offices right from the top. Man, that was so much exciting. And
Right.
yeah, I would definitely say that the Coastline and Border has been heavily picked on. And there are some other maps that player actually would like to pick on to. I mean, there is one Villa. We haven't seen a lot of players pick Theme Park yet, because Theme Park is still on the ESL map pool. So I'm quite interested to see how these players are going to strategize on the new map on Theme Park.
Right. Totally. We actually haven't seen a theme park on stream match so far in the TEC Rainbow Six League. But definitely, I'm looking forward to see a theme park coming up anytime soon. So, all the players who are going to be participating season 2, and if you have a stream match that fortunately I get to cast, or Baba gets to cast, or Blackjack, or even Dr. Dang has to cast that one, I would definitely love to see some theme park coming up in this season 2, and that is something that we haven't seen so far, but I would love to see that. I mean,
We would love to see that.
no matter
love to
what
see
team
that.
plays, however they play, at the end of the day, we are all fanboys of the game. In fact, that is Rainbow Six Siege. So it's good. It's good to have all this happening. In fact, and a huge shout out once again to the Esports Club for bringing us this amazing league and this amazing tournament that has just been so good so far. With that being said, can we get some likes? Can we get some subscriptions? Can we get some shares? Because this is the largest Rainbow Six Siege league that you're witnessing here in our region. We're only getting started. We only had the season 1. This is the season 2 that we are getting started with is just amazing to watch these players play. I'm gonna have to be honest here, man. And to top it all off, all the viewers who are joining us right now, you just get your engagements done. You make sure you're typing in those numbers, you're typing in those, just staying active on the chat, spamming that share button, and maybe you be that lucky viewer to get yourselves a free WD Black SSD. You might as well want your hands on that, because then you'll have lesser loading time, more time into the game. Make sure that you spam that share button for yourselves and for your friends. Join them into this amazing action that we're getting to see from Rainbow Six, as we'll be seeing apparently a substitute coming in from the side of Team Nat. Totally understood, guys. I get it. It's okay. You guys are having a bad time. It's just these disconnection issues and the power cuts sometimes. It's only understandable, man. What can a man do when things are out of his control? But that being said, we are still waiting a little bit in the time, as we'll be seeing a quick reconnection coming in from the side of Team Nat, as we'll be seeing. All right, okay. Apparently, we are having a little bit of. Okay. Let me just contact the admins and get into touch with what is happening here, because, all right, we'll be seeing Ronnie and Desi and Drish still in the lobby. We've got a Tandon 69. All right, Tandon 69. A very, very difficult name to pronounce while I'll be casting. I'm gonna have to be honest here. But he's here. He's joined the lobby in place of Dexter apparently, and it looks like we'll be getting a last guy anytime now, as we are waiting for the connection, and it is here. We are ready to go, and we will do exactly that. Boy, you come on, Nat, you made me wait so long, and I'm not going to waste any more time. And everybody in the viewers see it as well. Grab your popcorns. We are back in the coastline. 2-1 is the scoreline that we're going to pick up from, as we are up and running. Nat versus Z Rush is the play here. We still see the bans. That is going to be Ying, Blackbeard, Valkyrie, and Echo. Totally can understand now. Totally get those bans, as well as Baba was shedding some light on how those bans affect. While we'll be seeing the operator lineups, so once again, it's going to be a little, all right, a little bit of those AFK picks coming out from both these teams. Guys, you're gonna have your eyes on the screen, man. Come on, you're gonna make sure that none of your picks are in your disadvantages. We'll be seeing a 6-pick coming out, obviously, from both these teams. Kanda is going to be 6-picking to something we don't know yet, while Amaru gets 6-picked to Hibana. All right, Kanda is going to be using the Mozzie. Totally understandable. I get it. Mozzie, very versatile. But Blanky is going to be using the Warden. Definitely, he's not going to be taking that as more of a counter off, because we do see the Ying being banned. But he's going to be using the Warden. Wait, what? We are seeing a penthouse defense coming in from the side of Z-Rush. Are you kidding me? 2020 and penthouse on coastline. Z-Rush. Come on, guys, I get it. You're coming back after 3 years, but you don't have to play the same sites that you used to play a while ago. No, I mean, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I mean, Z-Rush might as well, take this away and perform this amazingly. It's just very bizarre to watch somebody going to penthouse in 2020. All right. As
truth be told, Foxy, they're quite channeling their inner talent. They're like, no matter what we're going to do, we're going to pick on penthouse, we're going to attain inner peace, and we are going to demolish each and every single one of those teams that are going to stand in their way, and that's exactly what Z-Rush is going to do. We will immediately head on towards on the action phase, as we see Shakti placing her, I would say, her mirror being placed on the penthouse. Apparently just one of them, I would say 2 being placed on the penthouse, want to look after the hallway of 90 as well as on the side on penthouse. Meanwhile, we see Cyber, who's going to be, I would say, not roaming quite quickly, but Dexter on the other hand gets 2 kills. Oh la la, he actually takes out Blanky and Cyber in the process. That's already 2 operators down, with Warden as well as Jaeger down. This is not going to go well, because both of the roamers are heavily down. We see Drish throwing his nades, but Arya Dust will be there to respond back by taking out Ronnie. This is quite going, I would say, not well for Z-Rush. because it's not quite working out well. Meanwhile, we see Dust
Oh,
going
oh.
heavily aggressive onto us on VIP, gets punished just for that, as Dexter is on a roll, getting 3 kills. Not working out well. Drones is coming on in. The attackers are getting good amount of intel as they are nearly close on to us on the side. Kanda playing near on towards the penthouse. EMPs are getting thrown in. Diresh tries to go for the attack, and a wonderful C4 being displaced from Shakti, immediately taking him out. But does it matter though, because there is 3 still attackers remaining. What are you doing, Kandon? What are you doing? Kanda just immediately picks him all out without having the intel on whatsoever, and Kanda does the inevitable by taking out this, and it's a double kill for him. Now it's all down to Dexter with his 3 kills. Can he be able to make the ace in just 56 seconds remaining? Just keep that in mind that Shakti in just 5 HP remaining. He can be able to clutch this one out. The only problem is he doesn't have the intel. He's going to compromise his location. Mira is going to pre-fire the shot. A lot of potato shots being shots from Dexter, eventually not finding the connect howsoever. We see Mozzie pre-firing that angle yet again, and Dexter in such a difficult spot. Can he be able to clutch this one out? 30 seconds left. Not good amount of intel. Pre-fires coming in. A lot of drone being used from the Mozzie's pest. This is not going quite well. Mozzie with the angle. Oh my goodness. He will immediately shut down Dexter's as Z-Rush proves to be efficient as they are in a 3-point lead.
What a play coming in from Z-Rush there. I was definitely not expecting them to do that, because Penthouse in 2020, I wouldn't really see that happening. But they managed to defend that somehow. It all came down to the Mozzie staying on the top of the hats there. How was he allowed to play there? And Tandon 69, you got your rappel game in. I mean, definitely you want to do that if you're going to go for the plan. But check your corners, my man. Not checking their corners is what is going to cost them so much. That cost them the third round in consecution, giving away to the side of Z-Rush. And exactly. So I'm gonna have to be honest here. I'm not seeing what I was expecting to see, but I'm seeing something else, and I'm not disappointed though. I mean, it's still fun, and that we're getting to see Shakti and the boys be back in the play here, but it's a little catching me a little off guard that we're getting to see from the side of Z-Rush. Anyways, we'll be seeing Nat they've got to keep the top priority for themselves on getting the kills on board now, because they're starting off an attack and they're losing 3 rounds out of the 4 that they've played. Not a good win rate, I would say. We'll be proceeding to round 5, only 1 round before we witness the side swap coming in, but let us see if that is going to matter for the side of Nat, as they've got the operating lineup in play as well. It's pretty good. Dexter has been running the Zofia, but not enough softly that we're getting to see from him. Ronnie's been running the Hibana, but all right. Kanda's going to go for a spawn peek. Does he get caught out? He's going to try and find one. He's not going to land his shots, but he's going to take a lot of damage. Still going to fall back, but this time we don't see Cyber running the dock. There's no chance he's getting revived back on to his full HP, but still, the stim pistols are not in play, but his gun is onto the board. K1A, that is going to be the SMG that Kanda can make a lot and do a lot of damage to the attacking team. Do see running, eating a few of the shots there, but I'm not exactly sure who was covering that spawn peak. I don't know why they could not convert on the kill for some reason, as it's fairly a simpler task to pick out the guy who spawn peaks there, but that's none of my job to talk about what happened in that situation, because we do know that what we are watching is from a whole another perspective, while what the players are going through is so many complications that they've got to keep in mind in this amazing game that is. We'll be seeing Tandon. He's going to be rappelling up. Not much map control. Once again, Nat lacking at converting on the map control. Oh, look at this. Dash doesn't know there's somebody close, but now he does. And what? it's going to be a cat and mouse chase between these two players. As Area Dust is just going to rotate back, and what he wanted the window. He came back up from the stairs and Ash didn't do anything. All right, that is a play nowadays, I think. We'll now be seeing Area Dust station himself into the side of luggage. We're still seeing him hold on. Kanda is still going to be on this roam. Cyber is going to go for this white pick. Does he find the Zofia? Yes, he will. Texture once again meeting the other end of the gun for the defenders. He's going to take a lot of damage. And more than that, he's going to put his team in one less of a man count. Let Nate goes out. He's going to be in the middle of the hallway. That's a very vulnerable spot to play in. But at least you've taken out the shield, and that is some good use of your utility. Blanky is going to land the shots onto Ronnie. Cyber still peeking that, but gets taken out by the nade. And what a perfect cook from the chef, or call him Sledge. That is Daisy. Still going to be holding down onto the VIP. Could get C4 from below, but there's no C4 in play from the side of D-Rush. Legion going to go for the white peak, and he's going to get lit up quite a lot. It's all going to come down to the SAS brothers on the side of the attacking team with only 40 seconds left on the board. And just not enough map control once again as Shakti, making things a little more easier for the attackers. So he's going to land a shot onto his teammate while the refract comes in, and Shakti with the finisher as well. And D-Rush put again another round on the board for themselves as they proceed to the final round. Before we see the side swap coming in, and what a play from this defensive team that we're getting to see so far. And I'm pretty sure all the Z-Rush fans in the chat right now must be rejoicing. 4-1, and we are one round away from side swap.
You know, Foxy, when Shakti just team killed his teammate, I kind of felt like hearing his voice. Modern problems require modern solutions. That's quite good though. It's quite good. I mean, that's one way to get a win from Z-Rush, because they're already, they're in a pretty strong lead. And with good amount of, I would say, aggressive plays being made from Cyber as when he actually went for the run out.
Cyber definitely getting that kill on himself. The funny part was, the person who keeps staying his team, you don't have to worry about grenades now, gets taken out by a grenade. Wait, is your Cyber just peek in that hallway? No information, nothing, just face check in that hallway, and guess what? He's got a cut potato coming his way, and he gets taken out. That was a really good nade being cut by Desi there. A good nade indeed, I've got to say, but not enough to keep enough rounds on board for him and his team. 4-1. Nat, my men, you're going to pick the pace up, my brothers. This is not the Nat I wanted to see. We want a little bit of a more intense fight. I mean, I love it when the matches go to overtime, man. It's the best. It's the best watching the matches come very close to each other. We'll still be seeing each other are going to be holding down all of these sites. We're seeing them go into kitchen. All right. Yes, Baba, you had something to say. Yes.
I mean, I was about to say that Nat still has some. I would like to call it some hope, because after the 6th round we will be able to see some role swap being made as Nat is going for the defense. But I'll actually say that after the match comes to an end, as we see Shakti holding around the angle on service entrance, hoping to find one attacker out, but eventually he won't be finding anything else, because there is one operator who's actually playing on the roof to get access right around from the penthouse. I'm guessing that would be Dace, who is playing as Sledge, who will be trying to open up the hatch on towards the bathrooms near the penthouse. We see two operators, Cyber and Kanda, establishing crossfire so that if one gets picked out, the trade will, however, happen. And we see 3 roamers from Z-Rush, who is actually using on 2 floor. Oh, wait a minute. Are we seeing D-Rush and Arya on a very hopeful battle? Goes for that pick yet again. Secondary pick eventually will tag Dust out. Meanwhile, we see Blanky there taking out Roni, and Dust changing his position exactly when Hipanos go for the push in, and he'll eventually get Drish out. And it's already 2-man down from Team Nat. Come on, Nat, you can do this. Even though there is 3 manpower left, we still see Dexter making good amount of frag from this previous amounts of rounds, and he immediately get deleted from Shakti with the worst gun in the game, aka UMP. That is so sad to see that. Meanwhile, we see that run out being come in from the alibi, but it was just a confusion just to bamboozle the attackers. And that
what a wall bang coming in from Tandon onto Shakti there, as we see Desi picking out a kill for himself as well. That is good. You've got the man count almost equalized. It's a 3 versus 2. We do see somebody roaming outside. Who is that? Who's the naughty defender? That is going to be Cyber, I'm presuming. And Desi is going to drop him as well. What a play from Desi here. He's going to get a kill, as that is apparently the alibi Prisma. That is outside. No defender is going to be outside, as we see Area Dust and Blanky both stationed on the side. As now things that started off in the advantage for Z-Rush are suddenly in the advantage for Nat. Not exactly advantage, I would say. Sledge is going to be very low on HP. He's got to make sure he picks this fight with a little dare. All right, he's gonna toss his nade, but nothing to connect. Blanky still be holding this angle. He's gonna tag him and down him as well, but he doesn't know that because the down has gone down. All right, Blanky knows that. That is game sense from this man. We'll be seeing a 1 versus 2. Totally possible for Tundon to clutch this one out for himself as we see Tundon 69 making his way through the kitchen door. His position does get given away with the EMP coming in, but that is it. Z-Rush are gonna get another round on board for themselves before we go for the side swap. And now Z-Rush are gonna stand on 1 round away from match point. Look at that bait and switch from Area Dust. Is gonna take out the last sledge that was alive. And what a play from Z-Rush indeed. And we are getting to see the comeback of the OG team right here, right now on the match day 1 at the season 2 qualifiers for the WD Black, the Esports Club League. And it's just amazing to see that. Z-Rush though, now they stand on 1 round away from taking this to match point. Baba, do you think a comeback is on the paper for the side of Team Nat?
Well, it can happen if Dexter plays, I would say, if the two of those roamers, the Drish and Dace, will eventually do their job. All they have to do is to just waste a lot of time for the attackers, then they will eventually get it. But we will only get to know if they are going to win on defense or not. If they don't, Z-Rush is going to head on towards on match point, and all they need is just 1 point to win it out for Z-Rush to eventually get the spot on towards one of the divisions. And I would really feel bad if Nat doesn't give up without giving up a fight. Because we've seen great amount of plays from Nat. We've seen Dexter, who was playing as Zofia on... He was fragging quite a lot well. And even though I would love to say that KDA doesn't matter as long as you win the objectives first. If you win the objectives, then and only then would you feel happy, and I would say like you would feel success. KD isn't everything. Success is what matters. And with that, we'll see the simple hold from Nat as they're going to be defending yet again on hookah bar and the billiards room. Same good amount of rotations, the simple rotations being made from the team as we see not even one roamers, but Kanda is already inside hoping to get at least 1 or 2 operators off. He's just going to stay there from the luggage room hoping to find good amount of intel being made. The only thing that Kanda needs is just 1 frag and immediately it's going to work out. It's going to go for a simple silent push here. Jaeger going for that pre-fire and immediately shuts Ash the rusher down. And that's Kanda already down on the board, which leads to only 4 players on Z-Rush to eventually get a hold on towards on the site. That aggression might have caused them quite a bit, but Shakti will be able to meet the same fate yet again from this year as he's holding the angle yet again from luggage. Meanwhile, we see all of the operators not going to, hold, I would say, roam that much quite a bit. So I might say this is a good amount of hold being made from Team Nat here. But will it work out? Because Z-Rush is already inside the building, establishing good amount of crossfire angles. All they need is just certain amount of time to get ready into their position and go for that execute.
All right,
Doc.
just like you said, we'll be seeing Doc holding down one of the Wazes. You still got to make sure that Nat top priority right now is not allow Z-Rush to go to match point. Once Z-Rush sits on match point, there's no way they're allowing Nat to make that comeback happen even. And Nat, boys, you need to make this comeback happen. I mean, for your boys, for your fans in the chat, for me, and for that matter, we'll be seeing Nat still owning down to that tight angle. Dexter, really good angle being employed by him, but Daisy is going to drop a kill for himself, and that is a second for him this round. Can he get the third? The Hibana is very close to him. Does he find her? Yes, he will. Will he win that fight? Yes, he does. And the triple kill coming in from the Jaeger. He dropped 3 bodies on that single doorway. What are you doing, Z-Rush? And look at this, the flank comes in from Vigil as well. And what am I seeing here? As everybody on the side of Z-Rush is going to crumble under the defense as he tries to land a shot. But no, Vigil is going to win that. And a flawless run comes out from Nat. And for the first time, I'm going to have to say this. A map that is supposed to be attacker-sided somehow is defender-sided just on how these two teams are playing. What is going on?
I mean, like, I didn't quite understand what Z-Rush's strategy is, because all 3 of those operators, Hibana, Buck, and Ash, actually pushed from luggage. I didn't quite understand why they would do that, because if they do want to push in, at least add a guy from the aquarium balcony to hold a crossfire so that when Dace goes for the peak, the trade will immediately happen, in which they'll gain the perfect control on towards an aquarium and then get a perfect push on the site, in which they didn't do it. They didn't do it. And with that one single mistake that Zrush did, Nat will eventually
Attackers
get
need to
1
locate
point
and
on
defuse as
towards
many
on
bombs
hookah
as
rounds,
they
as
can.
they are going to defend on Penthouse. I mean, Penthouse is quite a good side to hold on to, but it's quite risky. All the needs is just proper this thing. Maybe I think it's going for a rehost instead. Maybe a player is having having a little bit of problems with his game instead. So maybe are we going for a rehost?
10 seconds remaining.
We'll be going for a rehost indeed as well. Looks like the dock is having a little bit of an in-game difficulty. We totally understand that. And I'm nobody to make that decision for myself, as we'll be going to a quick rehost as the admins are going to confirm how this goes ahead. We'll be back in just a moment, guys. Don't go anywhere. Be right back in a while. All right, welcome back, everybody. We're back in the game. That is Coastline. We did leave off on a 5-6, and now we'll be proceeding back to that as well. As we did see Nat pick out. All right, I'm gonna have to tell them that it's gonna be same side and same ops because you're going for a rehost in the round that you requested for a rehost on, and looks like we'll have to go for another rehost. All right, let me just inform Nat that you cannot change sites when it's the rehost goes on, but looks like they've already chosen kitchen and all right. I'm just gonna leave that one out to the admins as they are better at
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
what they'll be doing. Anyways, we'll be proceeding with the round in hand. That is going to be
bomb located by attackers.
we'll be going on with this match here. That is going to be Drish. Still, he's going to be running the pulse. I understand. Desi is going to be he's going to be on the dock while we see Mozzie being brought out from the side of Gangster, and Ronnie is going to be on the Legion. We'll be seeing all of this really good operator lineup. I'm gonna have to say, yep, it's definitely going to help them kitchen with the kitchen defense. Excuse me. As we do see Drish, very good pick from the pulse as the cardiac sensor is gonna scan out everybody who's gonna be on the top floor. You want to take them out with your C4s as we only see 2 C4s in play. Definitely you're gonna want to make sure that you land both your C4s and claim possible lives with that. Anyways, we'll be seeing Kanda once again. He's going to be on the also trusty Ash for himself. And we did not see him make a lot of... he didn't really work out for him in the last round. I'm going to have to be honest here. The sneak up onto the luggage didn't really work out for him. He did get caught out by somebody playing in the aquarium counter, but there was no drone for him as well. He was just walking in blind. And I don't think anybody does that, at least not on this level of play. Still be seeing Kanda holding on onto the side of the hatch, and he's gonna drop. Alright, that is a very ballsy move coming in from him, while Gangster has got himself some very cheeky bullet angles that he's gonna be watching. He's gonna tag along the ass, and he's gonna claim his life once again. Kanda is gonna go down for his team. Not gonna be doing anything anymore. One tap comes in from the Mozzie, but doesn't connect anything by Drish. Like I said, he's gonna land a C4, and what a perfect C4 coming in from him. Gangster is gonna get another one as well. That is your roaming Mozzie onto the top floor, gonna do a lot of damage onto the side of this attacking team, and now we are back to a 2 versus 5. I made that almost a 4 versus. Alright, Blanky is gonna get taken out. I'm not exactly sure where that happened, but the finisher comes in as well. And what am I looking at? Z-Rush once again, not understanding what Nat is doing on the defense, and they're crumbling a round after another as things suddenly are in the favor of Nat, and that is it. The finisher once again, and a consecutive flawless round comes in from Nat. 2 rounds in succession. They go to Hookah, they go to Kitchen, and they get both those rounds for themselves. And now we'll be proceeding into round 9. And what a play from this team. And just like I said, Nat's top priority is going to be stopping Z-Rush from going to match point, and they are doing exactly that. We are seeing them bring those rounds on board for themselves, and more importantly, it's been flawless rounds. It's just Z-Rush being very... They're going to be so confused in this. Alright, looks like... Alright, we'll be having a little bit of a talk between the between each other. Okay, that is just something that we are seeing Z-Rush point out for the side of Nat, as Nat is going to be choosing Bar and Sunrise defense, as now we are up and running with the round 9. Z-Rush, definitely, they've got to get their drone works in play, man. It's just not working out for them. That face checking aggression, no man, you don't want to be doing that, and you don't want to do the high risk, high risk, high demand plays here, because it's just been that one area where Z-Rush is not able to stand up to. The moment they try and make a push happen, they get shut down from Nat, and Nat perfectly reading into what Z-Rush has been doing so far. And this time around, we won't be seeing emphasis on the side of C4. We'll be seeing the Muir bring out the C4 that is going to be, as now the jammer comes out in play as well. That is definitely going to deny the pole work from Z-Rush. But let me ask you, is Z-Rush even droning? That being said, we'll be seeing Drish put out his Elamines. Definitely going to help. We've got the deployable shield on her as well. The barbed wire is not what she wants to go for, as we've seen Blue Bar be that our defender side that has been opted by many teams around the community quite a lot. What I'm really concerned about is how that shield is going to be placed, because we usually see that shield placement come out in the sauna door, and it's going to be placed on the top floor. All right, Drish, something new that getting to see here. Totally understandable. That is what you want to play with your team. That is what is getting you the win. Meanwhile, Ronnie almost picking a fight here with the Ibani. He's going to lose that. He's going to look away at the wrong direction. And finally, I see a drone from the side of Zerush coming alive for their team, and definitely converting on that as well. And that is what I want to see. I want to see those drone works come in, and being intel, excuse me, as I eat my words a little bit here and there. And the Yela is going to get spotted out, but she's going to be the victor of that gunfight. Hibana gets taken out. That is Shakti taken out of the board, but the IQ is here to go for the refrag for himself and the team. Cyber is going to drop Drish, as we do see attackers making their way up on the top floor, while Daisy is still going to be on the flank. And looks like this might be that round where Zerush is finally able to step back from what we have been seeing Nat bring out the dominance on. Daisy making his way here. Does he get spotted out? Oh, he's tracing that Thatcher through the wall. One tap from him to do so much damage from the carbine. Does get spotted out eventually onto the 90 window. They do have the Nomad in play. That push is definitely going to be stopped, but the mute C4 goes out. Doesn't claim anybody. No, it won't. Surely going to put a little bit of HP off of Cyber, but that was definitely something that we saw him do. But look at this. Blanky is going to go for the drop and take out Gangster, and what a play from him. Is going to put Nat on a massive disadvantage, that is in terms of man count. It all comes down to 10 and 69, and they see clutch it out on a 2 versus 4. Oh, look at that shot from the Jaeger. He's going to claim the life of Blanky. That is a quick headshot coming in from him on the side of officers. Definitely that server flank did work out for his team, but they've still got 3 more bodies to cut through, and the plant denial in place in the hands of the carbine, excuse me. That is going to be Daisy, still holding down the castle barricade, working in the favor of the defense, but that is also going to make the attack, make that push more directed on towards the side of the officers. Jaeger does get spotted out in the main lobby. Cyber is going to have to go for this plant, but the peaks are coming in from multiple angles. Campbell is going to win that fight. All right, it all comes out to Daisy, and it's all down to the Jaeger in a 1 versus 3 class. He gets 1 kill. Can he get 2 more? But everybody's going to be so high on HP, and Zerush proceed to match point. And what a play from this team, as we did see them fumbling a little bit here and there. They could not just get their rounds on board once we saw that series of rounds being put from the side of Nat. But finally, they're here, and they're here to take this match 6-3, 1 round away from taking this and going to the next stage of the qualifiers at Season 2.
Well, what great plays being made from Team Zerush, as their attacks are oh so quick, and they have been executed in such a great way since they were defending on Blue Bar, which is one of the most difficult sites to hold on to for Team Nat. And since Nat not quite working out well on the Blue Bar, they will decide to defend on a site on Hookah and Brilliance, which is a higher chance of winning for the defenders to stay onto. All that the Team Nat needs to do right now is
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Get their heads up in the game. Like we've seen Desi had a little bit of problems when he was trying to shoot out a drone from that 90s always, but it's just my perception. I don't want to say that their aims are bad or anything. We all make mistakes. We all, have that one specific thing where we missed our shots. But at the end, he did perform well as a deep roamer, where he actually took out 2 of them right from the office. But eventually, Zerush got it covered where they already did plant it on the bomb. Anyways, let's just head on back on
10 seconds left.
the match 10, as Nat is going to be defending on the Hookah Bar. That will be their one final chance on defending and hope to get into the qualifiers. And looks like he's going to go for the run out here, Drish, but eventually finds nothing. He's going to rotate back. The high risk, high reward didn't work out for Drish. We still see Drish holding from the Blue Bar. Never mind, he's going to rotate back onto us on the kitchen. They're going to play it defensively. They don't want to make that aggressive plays because it's already on match point. One single mistake from Nat can determine the win from Zrush. All they need right now is a bit of a mistake, and that's all they need to just capitalize on it and just win the round. Drish still making a good amount of roaming just to try to take 1 or 2 out, but unfortunately he won't be finding anyone on there. Meanwhile, you see Desh holding on towards on Aquarium. Sees the drone, he'll eventually take it out. His position will be compromised and he's going to reposition himself back on towards on the Aquarium. Drish, meanwhile, out of all of those roaming, it will work efficiently by taking out Blanky. That is Ash off the board with 2 breaching charge out in play. They won't be having that much of problems when it comes to making an aggressive plays here. Meanwhile, we see good amount of frags being thrown and captured from Vamai's nade. Good amount of connections being thrown out. A lot of tags working from Shakti, but doesn't eventually get the down yet. He will still survives up. We see Sledge going up against the Drish, but eventually gets down from Vigil, but Vigil doesn't even know that Sledge is down just yet. He'll be able to pick them out quite easily, but Ronnie will immediately retaliate back by taking out Ariel Dust. Zrush's attackers are quickly crippling down as they need a little bit of chance. A good amount of patience being worked out as Drish will get a double kill by taking out Kanda. All it needs right now for Kanda is to get 1 kill, and he will eventually get it and gets a triple kill on towards on the office. Right now it's all down to Shakti in just 10 HP. Goes with the aggressive push. Immediately Sledge will immediately get that kill right around. Immediately shutting him down. But here's the thing. He only has 10 HP, 1 nade, and a dream of just 40 seconds left to make it come true here. Nade being used, hoping to get 1 kill here, but doesn't have the ADS just yet, so Legion is going to reposition himself back on. Go Mine will immediately find the location of where Sledge is in. They're just going to take their sweet time in. He's going to throw it back yet again. Just playing around, and immediately Nat is going to capitalize on it as they will win round 10.
Nat putting another round on board for themselves is going to make the match a little more interesting, definitely, but something we've got to notice here is that Zrush still sits on match point, as you can see on your screens right now. 6-4 is the scoreline. Will this be a 7-4? Sound off in the chat. Let us know what your predictions for this match are going to be. Are we seeing a 7-4? Are we seeing a 6-6 overtime? Or will we see this match end in this round, as we do see Zrush once again? So one thing I've managed to notice so far on the side of Zrush is it doesn't matter if it's Kanda or Blanky picking up the Ash. It's always Ash dying first from their team. We saw Blanky get taken out in the last round. Before that, it was Kanda. Ash is just it's a big no-no right now for the side of Zrush. I'll be still seeing the Ash being brought on board. That is from Blanky, obviously, but let us see if that is going to make any differences for this time around, as we do see Nat going on towards the kitchen area for defense.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
We'll be seeing Gangster bring out a drone pest for himself. He's going to make sure that the drones are captured for himself as well. And we were discussing on the operator lineup of the side of the defense. Let's take a look at the attacker lineup this time around. The Nomad to make sure there's no flank watches. We've got the Buck and the Slits. That's Shakti and Kanda. So much soft reach potential to make sure that the vertical gameplay is being perfectly established from the side of Zrush. While we've got Blanky to bring out the Ash, just as we were speaking about. The R4C in our hand, or maybe the G36.
Attacker's objective is to defuse
It's the
the bomb.
R4C. Just have to confirm it,
Attackers have
you
dropped the
know.
bomb diffuser.
We'll be seeing Ariadas bring out a Thermite as well. Not necessarily sure why a Thermite is being played on coastline. We'll still be seeing that being brought onto the table. We'll be seeing Gangster. He's going to make a few of these bullet holes. We did see him claim a really good amount of lives for himself from this angle. That was, I don't think that was Gangster, but that was definitely the Mozzie playing on the top floor for his team. Let us see if he's going to do a similar level of destruction for himself and his team. See those pre-fires coming in. Definitely that is for the camera, not intended for the Mozzie roaming around there as he's falling back in. We see the attackers getting the advantage early onto the top floor, and there's just no contest coming in from Nat here. This could just cost them if they don't have enough soft reach denial that we're seeing attackers bring. And look at that, Sledge doing his work, Could go for the C4 anytime. Does the C4 come out? Yes, it does. Does it claim anybody? Yes, it will. And Shakti is going to go down. And what a C4 play from Dresh. It's going to claim the life of the sledge. Still see the cardiac sensor being put to use. A lot of attacks coming in from him. But that is not going to do a lot of damage to the bug. Still going to be alive. A little bit of a scrape off the shoulder for him. But Kanda is got to be a little more scared now that he knows that the cardiac sensor down below him does notice the pulse. No, all your shots are being eaten away by the wailing, Kanda. Not like this. Still seeing him with the skeleton key in hand. He's going to try and land his shots. Does a lot of damage this time around though. But Drish is still going to be the victor of that. And he's going to fall back. For the time being, the peek comes in from the Nomad. He's going to claim the life of Ronnie. That is the Legion on site. Taken out. The dog goes to the white peak and look at it. The Thermite trying to land the shots on him. But both of them actually are having a potato fest as neither of them are going to do a whole lot of damage to each other. They still could see the stim pistols being brought on board for the dog and use them onto what Drish has been losing his life. But it's a non-breachable spot that Drish is standing at, and that is going to put him in an advantage of picking that fight. Tandon is going to go down from the side of Blanky, and slowly the defenders are crumbling on under the attack, of Z-Rush. See a few pre-fires being brought on board, and they see he's going to claim the life of Ariadas. Where is he going to rotate back to? He's going to go to the blue bar. Does the peak come in from him at the right time? He doesn't know where the ass is playing. He's still going to claim that life. And what a play from Basie here. That's going to equalize the man count on a 2 versus 2 now. It all comes to Kanda and Cyber. They're both so low on HP, and they made this way into the site. Going to be on service entrance. Cyber has got this diffuser with him, but where is Desi? He's going to be making his way through this reinforcement, maneuvering back from the bathroom. Doesn't know where the plant is going down. A few of these shots coming in to try and deny the plant, but the plant goes down, and Kanda is going to connect his shots onto the last remaining defender out of the two, and it all comes down to the Jaeger. He's trying to land his shots here, but he's going to lose that fight. What are you doing? Z-Rush is going to win this match and proceed to the phase 2 of the season 2 qualifiers, and play from the attacking team. Definitely Z-Rush is back, I can say that. They need a little bit more working on themselves, but they are back and up and kicking. We might as well see them in the Division 3, who knows, but we definitely do know for a fact is that we'll be getting more siege action coming your way from the WD Black, the Esports Club League, right here, right now. And what a match that we got to watch from these two amazing teams. They still got a whole lot matches coming your way though. You don't have to go anywhere. We'll be back once again with the second stream that will be going live in about an hour or so. Won't keep you guys waiting for long. That is going to be Dauntless Esports versus Rect Esports. After that, we've got RC Retake versus Maze. And to top it all off for the night, we've got Team Mawa versus Error Esports. And that is going to be your stream schedule for the WD Black, the Esports Club League, for our match day 1 at the Season 2 qualifiers. I'm Foxtrot, and joining me is Baba Gusta, and it's been amazing casting this match for you. That is it, guys. Signing off. We'll be back in just a while with another stream.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. gaming monitor.